All right, YouTube. Oh my gosh. We're actually gonna get back working on the plane. We got everything, I don't want to say organized, but we got so we can start working back on the plane again. Gotta excuse I got the cart in here in the shop today to gonna do a little bit of work on that. Yeah, we just put a new lithium battery in there, but we gotta do a little bit more work. Let me see if I can push this guy out of the way. So we're here in the shop. So today, got the skin back into the jig or into the frame. Gonna start putting in the ribs, laying them out. One of the things that we're gonna have to do, and I'll kind of show you this. I don't know if this is the right rib, but I'll just kind of demo this for you. These ribs go in there, probably not the right one for this side. But as you can see, I want to show you guys this. As you can see, as we put these ribs in, when we put the stiffeners in, we have some material that is kind of overlapping. And so what we have to do is take that material down. So there's really one way to do it, and that's with a sander. Well, actually, I just said there's one way to do it. Get my hand out of the way. Or using the Dremel. I have the Dremel here, and I'm gonna have to go to my favorite aircraft hardware store and get a bit. I wanna get a polishing bit, which is cone shaped for that. And that will allow us to get, oh my gosh, that's one of the things too I need to get here. So when we built the hangar, when they built the hangar, they put in one of these industrial light switches. But of course with the wings here, everything gets blocked, and that thing only has a 15-minute window. So I gotta get one of those too and get that replaced. But let's get back over here. We got 15 minutes. See, the wing kind of blocks it, so I can't get to it. It doesn't see me. You'd think I'm tall enough that it would see over my head. But so what we have to do is get inside here and get this all cleaned up. Some areas are worse than others, but I want to get this cleaned up and everything. So that's what we're going to do today, or that's what I'm going to do today. The other thing is that I was looking, this skin has been through the ringer. As far as when it's moved, a lot of dirt, and there's going to be a lot more residue and stuff as we clean these edges up to get those in. I want to tell you, I was a little concerned about the acetone. Wow, yeah, look at that. Nothing wrong there, just kind of doubled over. And I'm going to fill that in a little bit more. But acetone on this cured, now when you use this ProSeal, you clean it up with acetone. So I know for a fact that the acetone will take the ProSeal right off. I know that when it's wet. Now this has obviously been curing for more than 30 days. But I don't want to risk it. So I went online. The recommendation is either MEK, M-E-K, or Isoprophol Alcohol, not denatured. You can't use denatured because it will leave a residue. You have to use isoprophol. That's what is suggested. So either MEK or isoprophol. And then you can even cut that down if you want to a little bit. Cut it, dilute it. You can get the isoprophol at 99%, or you can get the MEK. I found a paint store that sells MEK. Don't tell the EPA or whatever, methyl ketone. So yeah, I'm gonna get the MEK. Believe it or not, I had a hard time finding the isoprophol alcohol locally. So I did find a paint store that would do the MEK. So yeah, so today's task is to get these sanded down and get these cleaned up so that when I put those the ribs in and everything, they don't don't impede. I do have them numbered. I have to go watch my whole video and see the numbering sequence. I'm pretty sure it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but who knows, right? We did number them. That's the great thing about doing the videos and everything, that I can always fall back on the video to make sure. So we'll get that done. But yeah, so today's work is going to be getting, this is the interior. So this is the one, this is towards the wing root this way, because this is the drain, lowest point of the tank. So yep, so today's task is to go get the bit, go get the MEK, and then get these cleaned up. So yeah, so I will show you probably in tomorrow's video. I'll get this done today, tonight, and then tomorrow I'll show you the final results. All right, YouTube. So we got the tank re-prepped. Been out here cleaning and everything. So I've been using just a standard rubbing alcohol. There's a lot of debates out there on the internet on what to use. This is 70. You can get 99% rubbing alcohol. So this is the ISO, what do they call it? Isoprophol. I can't say it. Can't say it. Shouldn't be able to use it. So I went in and got things cleaned up. Now, even you will learn, even the Isoprophol, you don't want to soak it in to your ProSeal joints because it does take ProSeal off. It will soften it up and everything. But what I did do is I didn't take my die grinder or it looks like a but I used the polishing. This is for a little bit brutal, but I used this. This is a really flexible tip. I actually wore it down there, but plastic. So I went there and it actually polished and it burnt off. It does more of a burning off of the ProSeal than it does actually cutting it off. And so what you're seeing is actually the polishing of the metal underneath. So I got it all cleared. I used my ribs to make sure that clear that there was nothing holding the rib off of the skin. And that's exactly what I did. So then, like I said, I got that. And of course, it puts a lot of gunk into the fuel tank. A lot of this black, like this stuff here and stuff. So I've been using the ISO. So what I'm gonna do on this side, I'll use the ISO, and on this side, I'll use the MEK. It's a lot more aggressive, but I don't want to be as aggressive on this side, obviously, because I don't want to soften this ProSeal up here. But yeah, so it's coming along. Rule, if I'm doing it all over again, I would get myself, the rivet tape is probably too expensive, but you can get some thinner tape. If I could do it all over again, and I can because I got another one to do, I would run that tape all the way. Let me show you. All the way, definitely on this side where you're putting the stringers in to protect these, so that way you're not having to do what I'm doing, and that's go back and clean them up. You're gonna make a mess. It doesn't matter. I did it, as you guys can see, filmed a really good edge because I did it on the top and the bottom, but I didn't do it here, and I should have. And that would protect, that'd make that nice and clean, and you wouldn't have to do what I'm doing and everything. So yeah, but we're getting, hey, it's awesome. Back in the shop, getting some work done. These fuel tanks, I'm gonna get in here this week, hopefully, and get the ribs ProSealed in. But we're getting back at it, guys and gals and stuff. So that's it. But I would definitely tell you, use the non-aggressive alcohol, but be sparingly on this. Don't saturate your parts with it, because even this stuff here will it does soften. I was using it to take off little blobs here and there. So just wipe it down, be done with it. And then, like I said, I'm going to use the MEK on this side. Well, where there's no ProSeal already there, I'll use the MEK. They clean that stuff, is nasty. I'll take off anything. So yeah, that's about it. So I was able to get this done tonight. Took my time and everything to get that, to make sure everything. I missed a little piece there. I gotta give you an idea. Here's a rag with just a little bit of alcohol on it. And it, you know, it still cuts. That alcohol will still cut through that ProSeal. So you gotta, you know, even though it's less aggressive as the MEK or the acetone, you gotta still be careful with it and everything. So, yep. So there you go. That's it. And so when we get back in the shop, run out of daylight, and the lights in the shop really aren't that great. And on top of that, they're on motion sensors. So if I don't, you know, do that, they don't come on. So I will get back at this tomorrow and over the weekend. Is the goal is to get this fuel tank, get these ribs in and everything. So yeah, you guys know the comment, man, it's awesome to be back in the shop. One thing I have learned about the hangar though, is you got people coming by all the time. What are you doing? What are you building? You know, and they want to talk, which is awesome. I love talking to people, but it's not conducive to getting any work done. So, so that I'm gonna have to balance that. But other than that, you know, it's awesome. I like it. I love this. I love building these airplanes and sharing the experience with you guys and other people that come along. But yeah, so it's getting there. It still needs. I'm not gonna get too crazy with cleaning because I really don't want to get super clean. Because there's a lot of stuff in the air that's going around here too, that will settle back on it and everything. So, but yeah, I got my goal done that I wanted to do, which is get those. Get these channels cut out for the ProSeal so that when I put the rib in, I don't know, this is probably not the rib. It goes in there, but as you can see, I've got space. There's nothing holding that rib off of that, and that was the goal and everything. Now, one of the things I will tell you, if you can do your fuel tank, I know I said goodbye, but this is I'm learning from experience. I want to share it with you. If you can do your fuel tank, even if you do your stiffeners one night and then come in the next and do your ribs, that's okay. Because I will tell you, you know, I let this stuff, it's been almost 2 months. And so this ProSeal is fully cured. So you're not going to get a chemical bond with the new stuff. It's going to be a mechanical bond. You want a mechanical and chemical, but you're not going to get a really good bond, to be honest with you, if you wait as long as I did. So that's why I have to clean it up to get back down to the surface. But if you wait a day and come and do your ribs, you'll be good. That ProSeal really doesn't kick. It's about 24 hours is what I'm finding. It stays. So about if you come in within 24 hours, do your ribs, you'll be fine. Everything will just kind of melt together and you'll be good to go. If you can do it all one day, God bless you. That's awesome. And, you know, and everything. So, all right. Well, be safe. You guys know the routine. Leave your comments, concerns in the comment section. I'll get back to you. But man, it feels so great being back in the shop. And like always, God bless you. Be safe.